How's it going, everybody? Alright, so there should be one video out already with the Turkish get-up tutorial, so please go ahead and watch that right quick before you go on with this video, because the Turkish get-up is used in this video, and I would like you to learn the Turkish get-up a little bit better before you move on to this, okay? So what this video is going to entail is a warm-up, a practice session, or you can even call it a strength training session as well, and then a workout. I'm going to go through each round with you, explain the moves, do the round at full speed, at the speed I would like you to do it, and then I'm going to turn you loose, okay? So I'm only going to do one round, but some of these rounds you're going to have to do 3 or 4 times on your own time, okay? So what you need right now is a light kettlebell, okay? So I'm going to grab this one right here, and the first thing we're going to do is the halo. So go ahead and grab your kettlebell by the horns, and all you're going to do is rotate that kettlebell around your head. We're gonna go 5 times. We're gonna go 5 times each direction. So as I bring that kettlebell around behind me, I really want to keep it close to the neck so I can really open up that chest. I'm gonna do one more, and then spin around in the other direction. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. How you doing? We got one more. Alright, so check this out. The next thing is called the prying goblet squat. So, go down into your deep squat, again, still hanging onto the kettlebell. Now you're going to place each elbow on the inside of your knee. I'm going to take my left elbow, I'm going to push that left knee out about 3 seconds. Then I'm going to do the same for the right. I'm going to do it a total of 4 times, so that was 2. There's 3. And there's 4. So then I'm going to do 3 curls. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go again. Push the left knee out. 3 seconds. Right knee out. And then again. Looks like the sun's finally going to peek out a little bit. And 2. 1, 2. And then we're going to do it one more time. Again, pushing the leg out. Get a nice deep stretch in that hip flexor. One more on each side. And then 1 curl. Good. Now, you can go ahead, take your kettlebell, set it off to the side. You'll again come back to that later, but I just need it out of my way. I'm limited on space. Now I'm going to go up dog. What's up, dog? It's this right here. So, drop the hips as close as you can to the mat. Keep the arms straight. If you bend the arms and keep your hips down on the floor, you're kind of missing the purpose. So straighten those arms. If you can't get your hips to the floor, no worries. Hold it here 5 to 10 seconds, and then go into down dog. Again here, keep the elbow straight and then drive that chest through as best as you can. That's going to help open up those shoulders for our overhead press later. And then let's go back into up dog. Again, holding each stretch, 5 to 10 seconds. Now in up dog, if you want, you can lean to one side, kind of get a little more emphasis on one hip more than the other. And then back to down dog. And then one more, up dog. So this is the pace that I want you to do the warm-up. There's one more warm-up exercise. Then we're going to go to the practice/strength section. All right. So I did that 3 times. And then I'm going to do a hip bridge. So again, just bring those heels close to the butt. Hands down to the side. Lift the hips, really get a nice stretch right there on the top of my hips. Hold it 5 seconds. Roll back down. Go again. Come back down. I'm going to do that one more time. Roll the hips up. Hold it. And then good. Okay, so that is your warm-up, all right? I want you to do that 2 more times, okay? Again, this is going to be at your own pace, so watch the video, write down the moves, and then we're going to move on. So now we're going to go to our practice / strength portion, okay? This is going to be 4 to 5 rounds at your own, or 4 to 5 rounds on your own time. It's a practice session because the first 2 rounds are going to be light. The last rounds 3, 4, and 5, start to increase that weight if you have the kettlebells to do it, but don't start doing it until you get those first 2 rounds out of the way. Really use those first 2 rounds for practice, okay? So let's go over what we're going to do. So it's 3 moves: single arm kettlebell swing, shoulder press, and then the Turkish get up, okay? So I'm going to do, you're going to do 10 single arm kettlebell swings. So I'm going to demonstrate the kettlebell swing, probably just show you 2 or 3 kettlebell swings, and then the press, then the get up, then I'll show you everything at one time, okay? So to properly start the kettlebell swing, I'm going to do a more detailed tutorial on the kettlebell swing next week. So right now, I know most of you know this, so do the best you can. I know you know how to do this, but we might just refine it a little bit more next week. So you're going to start 2 to 3 feet behind the kettlebell. You don't just walk up, pick it up, and start swinging. Kettlebell's 2 to 3 feet in front of me. I'm going to hinge in the hips, bend in the knee. I'm going to reach for my kettlebell and then tip it towards me. My other hand is coming up into my face right here. I'm going to hike the kettlebell back, and then that initiates the swing. When I come up, I'm going to squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back, and stand up in a nice straight motion, okay? I want you, the kettlebell's gonna wanna pull me forward. What I need to do is pull that kettlebell back by engaging my lat, all right? I wanna finish with a nice straight body, all right? So I'm gonna do 3 each side just so you see, and then we'll move on. So again, I'm here, tip the kettlebell back, shoulders are engaged, hike, 1. And then just let it swing back safely to the floor, okay? That's how I want you to start working on your kettlebell swings, okay? More detail on that next week, but I know you've done these before, so I know you can safely do them. Next is going to be the shoulder press, strict press. Now, I'm kind of weak on my shoulder overhead mobility, so I'm gonna go light. This way I can work on my technique a little bit more. So I pick the kettlebell up, clean it, get in a nice straight position, leg squeezed, shoulder press. Come back down. And then I'm gonna do one more. I keep the elbow in, the wrist straight, push up. I wanna feel my lat, elbow, stretch, lock out as best I can, and then come back down, okay? That's the strict press. Pretty simple move, but really work on that full extension, okay? Next, the Turkish get-up. Again, just a quick tutorial on it. If you watch the video, remember how you safely pick up a kettlebell. Fetal position, roll towards you. Now, I take the kettlebell straight up. I'm going to roll to my elbow, and then onto the hand. From here, sweep the leg through, so that leg is now parallel to my hand. Lift up, windshield wiper that leg. Now I'm in a good lunge position. I can stand up, and then I'm going to reverse that process. So, come back down, nice and controlled. Go back to looking at the kettlebell, sweep the leg, hand down, sweep the leg through, go down to the elbow, shoulder, back. Going back down. Okay? So those are the 3 moves that you're going to do. Now I'm going to do 1 round at the pace I would like to see you work at, okay? I'm going to keep the kettlebell. I want you to do 10 kettlebell swings, but just for sake of video, I'm going to do 5 so you don't get too bored watching this, okay? Probably not going to talk a lot during the exercises, just because I want to focus on the movement and I don't want to get too out of breath. So, here we go. Okay, so that was the kettlebell swing. Now, I'm not gonna move on until I've caught my breath. Breathing slightly heavy right now. No sense in moving on to the next move until my breath is caught, okay? So, just gonna go ahead, get the next kettlebell ready, control my breathing. Once that's more under control, then I'm gonna go to my shoulder press. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean the kettlebell, nice and easy. Now I'm going to do 5 overhead presses per side. Taking my time, controlling. If I don't feel like that arm is locked out, like right here, I don't feel it locked out, I'm going to stretch, and I may even spend a second or two at the top just to really get that extra stretch in. Switch. I have a nice strong base in the legs. The legs are not relaxed, they're tense, so I can push through that floor. I got one more. Sorry about the dog. Bell. All right, so now, again, I'm gonna wait till I catch my breath, and then I'm gonna move on to the Turkish get-up. Not a lot of cardio on the shoulder press, so I can move on rather quickly. Again, take your time during this portion because this is practice and strength, not cardio, so you should not be overly winded when you're moving on from one to the next, okay? The kettlebell swings, you're gonna lose your breath, just is what it is. Shoulder press, probably not so much. Turkish get-up can get you breathing a little bit too. So, I'm gonna do 1 per side, okay? So again, safely picking up the kettlebell. Keeping my wrist straight. Here we go. Now the pace I'm doing this at is the same pace I want you to do it at. Okay, we're not rushing this move by no means. The Turkish get-up is classified as one move, but when you really think about it, there's 6 different movements going from the top or from the bottom to the top and vice versa. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to move the kettlebell to the other side of the body. I am not going to pick it up, pass it over to the other side, or anything like that. I am going to halo the kettlebell around, all right? Or I can just move my body around it, okay? Do not move the kettlebell over your body. Stay safe, think safe, okay? I don't care how light the kettlebell is, just get in the good practice of moving it safely, because it will eventually catch up to you. All right, here we go. And then back down. Cool. Okay. So that is 1 round of the strength and practice portion. It can take a few minutes, so if you can get 4 to 5 rounds in, that's awesome. Rounds 1 and 2, start light. Rounds 3 and 4, if you can go a little heavier, go heavier. And then if you can get that 5th round in, if you want to go a little bigger, then go a little bigger. If I were to keep doing it, I would do 2 rounds with 35, 2 rounds with 44, and then that last round I might break out to 53. Just depends on how I feel. All right. So that is your practice session. Now, we're going to move on to your workout. frictions kettlebell. All right. So this is called a ladder. It is a 1, 2, 3 ladder. You're gonna have, I think it's 5 moves. You're gonna do 1 rep of each side. Then you're gonna do 2 reps of each side. Then 3 reps of each side. I'm going to demonstrate the moves first, and then I am going to do the entire round. The moves are pretty basic, so not a lot of issues here. So the first thing is a clean or a swing. So 1 swing, 1 clean. Now 1 overhead press. Now if you're good with the overhead squat, I'm working on it. So you can overhead squat here. If you don't have that, then re-rack and just give me a regular squat. Whichever one you do, one or the other. Then you go thruster. Now that's 1. And then I would switch sides and do 1 of each, okay? So swing, clean, press, overhead squat or squat, and then 1 thruster, okay? So I'm going to run through the entire thing for you 1 time through, okay? Here we go. All right, that was round 1. Now I do 2. Now 3. And last. One more. All right, so that was 1 round. 3 to 5 is what you're searching for, depending on time. Definitely 3 if you have the time and the energy. Get another one in. 5's pretty much pushing it. So, unless you're feeling really good. All right, let me know what you guys think. Make the comments. If you want to get a hold of me personally, make a comment. I'll give you my email address and we can talk, okay? So, that's your workout today. 3 rounds of the warm-up, 4 to 5 of the strength portion, 3 to 4 of the workout. If you're feeling good, shoot for that 5th one, but that'd be pretty rough, all right? Hey, see you guys next week. Hey,